Good morning, friends. The sun is coming up again, and that's sort of part of what we're going to talk about. Is hope. The sun keeps rising, the world keeps turning. I've heard a lot of stories this week of very challenging things that are going on for sort of the world, the country, specific communities, and just individuals. And just thought it might be useful to talk a little bit about hope, about where to find it. Hope, it's tricky because it's this totally intangible thing, and while it is far more resilient than despair, it is not nearly as seductive. Despair lets us just lay down and do nothing and give up, and hope never does. And it's the only thing that can get you out of bed when nothing else will, but it's entirely untouchable. But lately, I've been finding some around, weirdly, the people who are most involved and, intimately connected with the biggest issues. And it seems so counterintuitive to me to talk to somebody who's living in Costa Rica and who is, face to face with refugees and immigrants who are becoming stuck between closed borders at the U.S. and closed borders at Panama, and the few resources that did exist there are being defunded. And it's these are people. It's a real live people, and my initial instinct when I hear a story like that is despair, but Dr. DeBoerst isn't feeling that. Maybe she is on some level, but there's also a whole lot of hope in there too. There's a whole lot of, even without being able to do all that she wishes she could do, or we wish we could do, even without being able to solve the problems, doing whatever little bit we can matters. And very often reveals what's next, and very often is the thing that fuels our hope. So I know it's really, it just seems right sometimes to just shut off the news and the TV, and you can do that. You're allowed, but do find some way to exercise whatever little bit of change that you can if you're in that space of feeling frustrated and a little hopeless, a little despairing. Make a phone call, write a letter, sign a petition, have a conversation with somebody about how they're feeling or what they're doing. Reach out to an organization, reach out to an activist, reach out to me. We can talk. And when we do whatever little bit we can, the hope multiplies. I can't remember who said it right now. I think it was one of the popes. But that our tangible gifts when used deplete. But our spiritual gifts when used multiply. So maybe you do find a little hope somewhere and you can share it with somebody. Please do. And if you're needing a little more, move toward it. Do the counterintuitive thing and move toward whatever the issue is that's generating some despair. Fred Rogers says, Mr. Rogers, you remember him with the neighborhood and the puppets? He says, look for the helpers. And I'm going to say, look for them, yeah. When you look for them, find a way to connect with them. Make a call, write a letter, send a card, support somebody. Find an issue that you can take action on. And just keep doing your little bit. It won't use up your hope. It'll multiply it. I think our friend Jesus, he just was always calling us to do the counterintuitive thing. Always calling us to sort of build up our treasures in heaven, and I don't mean some place in the sky with pearly gates and gold streets. And no, that's not what I believe heaven is. Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is among us. And that the most important things to us are the intangible things, the spiritual gifts, that hope, that love, that peace, that joy. Use it. Use it. Connect with your source, whether you find that source within you or outside you. Connect with others. Do the things you can do. Don't let what you feel like you can't do stop you from doing what you can. You might be surprised. And the next right step reveals itself. In the meantime, take a breath. Enjoy a sunrise. Put your feet on the earth. Be still for a few moments. Eat something nourishing. Take a nap when you need to rest. Just take good care of yourself. You're going to be in a much better place to give what you have to give, to use your gifts, if you do. I had to wave to the lifeguard, doing their little bit. So I hope that maybe this message gives you that little nudge to keep seeking the hope, to keep finding it, to keep doing your little part, and watch it multiply like them loaves and fishes, y'all. There'll be more. Let's keep going. Grace and peace, friends.